Modernity puts us in an interesting paradox. We are more linked than ever yet, may frequently feel lonelier. We are packed with duties and obligations, yet often feel neglected or underappreciated by those we believe are significant in the "we all want to feel" the contemporary landscape. Crucial to our immediate circle, but often believe that we are not as significant Stoicism to them as they are to us here. And philosophy may provide useful direction that the Stoics tell us to locate self-worth. And not depending on just on the acknowledgement of others, but how can we put these lessons into practice in our everyday lives, must be given more significance by those. This video examines practical ways to tactics that are in line with Stoicism and philosophy to take precedence in daily life of others and ascertain if these individuals really care about us. It is crucial to remember that this is not about manipulative techniques or methods, but about a sensible and sincere method to constructing real high-value partnerships. As the well-known phrase says, "I'll tell you if you show me your pals." Who you are if you're not worth the attention of. These folks most likely don't have a sincere and real interest in you. This ancient philosophy contains guidelines to balance our requirements and relationships. The key is to be useful without being necessary. The first phase of obtaining precedence in the lives of others in order to foster a feeling of loss when you are constantly accessible and react right away. People believe you will always be present in the hectic time is a valuable resource in the modern world. And we learn from Stoicism to give it its appropriate worth. You need to let individuals to miss you and sometimes see the Stoics warn us that in the absence of cannot influence the events that take place in the world. But we have power over how we react. By respecting your time and focus, you develop self-respect, and others will begin to see you as if you're a valuable person. Don't hesitate to express no or not to react right away to requests. Practice the art of patience and let others respect your time as much as you perform. The art of nurturing patience is a virtue that may improve your life in innumerable ways. In Stoic philosophy, we discover the idea that tolerance is more than just a virtue. It's an essential component of a tumultuous world with many of diversions and upheavals. See patience as a talent, the capacity to maintain composure and stability. By embracing tranquility in the face of turmoil, you turn into a ray of stability and an illustration of poise during turbulent times. This ability to wait patiently without giving in to the urgency and the demands of the present do not imply. On the contrary, passivity is an act of inner fortitude and emotional intelligence. By exercising patience, you not only protect oneself from the chaos of feelings, but also provide a picture of resilience and self-assurance, as though you create a peaceful haven that draws others, providing a haven from the daily life's never-ending storm. Additionally, patience has a direct impact on way other people see and appreciate your presence in a world where everyone is always rushing. Those who know how to wait intelligently stand out. You will be spotted as someone who is not under the control of immediacy and impatience, but who cares and takes action with thinking about becoming someone whose presence is desired and appreciated. It's vital to begin with oneself. Making yourself a priority is not selfish. Acting is an essential first step in establishing the importance of your time and focus. By doing this, you impart to others the value of appreciating oneself, as well as your time and work are valuable. It's important to periodically learn to say no. Constant availability may be seen as a lack of confidence in oneself. To guide others to believe that your time and focus are always accessible without the requirement for seeking gratitude or acknowledgement. In conclusion, exercising patience and appreciating self-improvement is essential to becoming acknowledged and valued in any surroundings. By being proficient in these abilities, You get advantages not only for yourself, but also give people a motivational example. Of resilience and equilibrium, the knowledge of the Stoics, like Seneca's, provide us with an insightful lecture on the significance of being in charge of our own schedule. We are encouraged by philosophy to carefully think about the people and things we spend our time, highlighting the need of making intentional and thoughtful decisions. Seneca reminds us of the value of time. Resource and effectively managing it is need for a happy and meaningful existence. The capacity to refuse respecting others is an essential component. This time management technique isn't an issue of self-centeredness, but instead of self-respect and appreciating the importance Epicurus on our own time and requirements. Conversely, it asks us to consider liberty and self-control. His remarks are powerful. No man is free who is not strong. Master of, for him, this term emphasizes the concept that genuine liberty and self-determination emerge from having control over our own choices and emotions. It goes beyond simple control, our outward behavior, but also controlling our ideas, emotions, and inner world and responses, Stoicism, and living in accordance with our beliefs and ideals, as well as how we manage our time. And vitality by deciding not to be constantly accessible, we show that we appreciate our time and effort, therefore fostering respect for both ourselves and other people. Respect for one another always leads to give us greater importance in their life. Consequently, comprehending and using these Epicurean and Stoic lessons may lead to a more equitable and living a full life. By appreciating our time and choosing our commitments carefully, we not only make our lives better, but also favorably impact those in our vicinity. This is what it means to live with integrity and purpose, led by values that accurately represent who we are. The endeavor to gain greater significance and a top priority in other people's life encourages us to investigate the craft of mystery. Frequently, there is an innate tendency to freely express our emotions, ideas, and goals with other people. Yet this overexposure practices may paradoxically lessen the impression of humans are attracted to our worth by nature. Respecting what is unknown and undiscovered seems uncommon or unattainable. If you are dedicated to your development, get out of this. In the comments, I pledge to myself and write the date for today, to be sure, not forgotten. Let's get on with the Stoic principles that place an emphasis on self-control and self-discipline manual us to arrive to our encounters with a computed reserve. Keeping a sense of mysteries are not meant to conceal our actual name. However, instead of disclosing our essence, this slowly and carefully. Plan not only protects but also benefits our privacy, but also encourages the other people's attention and curiosity when it comes to discussions and social choosing. More ambiguous and less thorough answers about personal intimate secrets or history might be a prudent strategy, which does not imply being dishonest or evasive, but instead choose with caution what to share, and when to do so, you extend an invitation. People to get more involved in keeping your narrative consistent. Concentrate on yourself by using this method. You not only protect important elements of your life, but also establish a setting that inspires individuals to find out more about you. This may result in deeper and more significant exchanges with the slow disclosure of your personality and experiences occur. Spontaneously and really growing your significance and precedence in the Seneca quote, "Fortune in other people's life favors the bold and strikes a deep chord when applied to the craft of disclosing private." In this sense, information boldness is not about careless behavior, but rather about the prudence in determining the amount of information to disclose, and when there's a difficult equilibrium between being transparent and taciturn and capable of navigating. This duality may get much more your attractiveness, activity, and significance to others of the idea of keeping a sense of mystery, as Stoic philosophy addresses a strong instrument. By doing so, you ignite people's innate curiosity, is attracted to the possibilities and the unknown. Discover when you make space for people to question certain elements of your life. You grow more fascinating and appealing to them, as Stoicism emphasizes that it's critical to concentrate on what is within our control. The quantity of personal data that we exchange definitely fits with this group. By deliberately managing this element, you're sharing instead of concealing oneself in a calculated and purposeful. How this technique enables you to disclose. You slowly keep others around attention and regard. In addition to the fact that it's crucial to keep in mind that constantly getting praise from others might result in discontent. By keeping a certain amount of mystery, you let others appreciate you for who you are, really aren't limited to your preferences. To demonstrate how this might result in more genuine and significant relationships, where appreciation is not based on the quantity of data exchanged, but from the quality of your presence and spirit. Thus, the real courage is found in being methodical and strategic with respect to the exchange of private data, such keeping a balance that improves your significance and allure to others. The notion of allowing others to make investments in you is a potent idea and an essential phase in the process of becoming more significant and a top concern in their life. This method deals on more than just ego. On the basic human need to experience. Sena was valuable and respected in his Stoic wisdom, pointed out that humans experience pleased to be selected to participate to enhancing someone's life in the process. Own experiences that let others contribute to your life in a variety of ways. Essentially, all it takes is accepting a compliment with appreciation, or recognizing and appreciating someone's help or guidance. By doing this, you not just get something worthwhile, but furthermore, provide others the contentment of feeling valued. And crucially, this starts a loop of optimism and respect for one another, where everyone concerned advantages. This concept is compatible having a stern perspective on human interdependence. The complexity of our civilization network of connections and exchanges, and acknowledging our shared need for assistance and cooperation, we learn from vital Stoicism that there is no weakness in seeking assistance or embracing assistance. On the opposite, these actions improve interpersonal relationships and encourage collaboration. By allowing ourselves to getting assistance, direction, or even an act of generosity, we establish a more deep and significant connection. Dynamic individuals are more committed to our lives when their deeds and contributions are recognized and valued, which thus raises the possibility that they may see us as a summarization of their life top priorities. By letting people put money into you, you not only make your life better, but also give people the happiness and fulfillment they deserve. Of belonging to something greater, this mutual admiration and acknowledgement are essential to creating sturdy and long-lasting connections in which you develop into a significant and top priority individual. For, if you're enjoying this, don't tell anybody else. Lose out on the chance to purchase today the 21st century ebook Stoicism, Traditional Methods for Contemporary Problems, and open the door to your prosperity and riches. Enhance your connections with this. Let's use the ebook link in the pinned remark. Revert to the essence of Stoicism and converse regarding freedom and Epicurus. The ancient Stoic shown to us that it's not what occurs to you, but what counts is how you respond. Stoic independence does not imply total seclusion from other people, although instead, independence and self-governance refers to the capacity for thoughtful choices without being too relying on outside approval or effect. On independence, practice is an essential component for raising your worth and significance in other people's life. According to Stoic philosophy, Autonomy is not just a physical issue or financial independence, it's mostly an independence of action and thought. This independence is shown by your adherence to your own morals and principles, which in turn cultivates esteem and respect from others. Independence entails being the protector of your own ethics and values by acting in line with your beliefs, and not only doing what is expected of you or despite other people's pressure. You are respected that goes beyond just popularity. Your integrity become a lighthouse for others. Emphasizing your individuality and strength in addition to independence encourages genuineness in your connections rather than just passive observer or participant in social dynamics in which you present yourself. A person who actively participates to other people's health. This doesn't imply that you reject or distance yourself from the assistance of others. However, it indicates that you participate in connections from the standpoint of strength and self-knowledge that can, giving as much as you get. Self-reliance, influenced by Stoicism, requires a great deal of self-control. Self-knowledge and self-control is appealing attributes to those who like powerful and integrous people. By developing these traits, you turn into an influence to be followed as an example others by your deeds and sentiments. Moreover, being kind and willing to, permitting people to participate in your life is a necessary addition to independence. This combination of receptivity and autonomy combine to form a state of equilibrium when you not only keep up your reputation as a powerful and self-sufficient person, but also acknowledge the worth of other people's contributions that improve your appeal and regard in the eyes of others. In the end, the actual depth of life is found in the richness and significance of connections and relationships. By developing self-reliance while staying receptive to the input of others, you establish a positive cycle of reciprocal gratitude and regard. For this not just enhances your interpersonal connections, but also increases your influence and significance in other people's lives. In our quest to gain more significance and the importance to others, it's crucial to putting our needs first is essential to gaining greater respect from others. Frequently, we have to sacrifice our own needs for other people's benefit, which results in overuse of resources and a deficiency in regard for ourselves in the modern world. The concept is often promoted that we need to be accessible at all times to everyone, but this isn't just impossible to maintain, but may also make others consider you to be an endless outcome source that is consuming your time. And Stoic philosophy gives useful lessons. Us that we need to be accountable for building our own lives and well-being, establishing sound limits, and putting our prior to caring to others' needs. The Epicus, a Stoic philosopher, said significant concept, start by asking yourself what you would be, then take action. To do this, the statement summarizes one of the core ideas of Stoicism that makes a big difference impact our relationships with others and ourselves. It encourages us to do an act of self-knowledge and self-affirmation prior to performing any action in life. This declaration of oneself entails understanding our needs, wants, and own ideals, realizing that these must be fulfilled before we may be really useful to other people. The Stoic viewpoint that you've described provides a deep understanding of attaining a meaningful existence and worth for oneself and for other people. This strategy highlights that actual value and morality start within us with the development of self-control and self-knowledge via absorbing qualities like as self-discipline, resilience, and genuineness. With compassion, we establish a strong basis for our own growth, and our exchanges with people looking for self-esteem, as opposed to continuously relying on outside verification, is one. Among the fundamentals of Stoicism, this seeking one's own approbation is not an act of self-centeredness, but rather an acknowledgement of the significance of accepting oneself and self-assurance in our own identities and objectives. When we are confident in our identity and what we want, we portray a genuine self-assurance that draws others aren't the source of this confidence. Conceit, but from a straightforward and sincere knowledge of our powers, Epicurus's constraints and values are among the prominent Stoic thinkers, highlighted the significance of coordinating our activities with our words and intentions are insufficient. To simply state our values and objectives, we must support our statements with consistent behavior. This congruence between our actions and our words is essential to proving our honesty and reliability. When our deeds demonstrate our principles and true selves, we enhance our worth in the sight of others. Honesty and constancy are highly esteemed, and draw in individuals who honor such attributes further. By establishing our principles and objectives via reflection and self-evaluation, we make a compass within yourself that directs our choices and activities. Inside this internal direction enables us to traverse the intricacies of existence with more purpose and clarity, bolster our moral fiber and our capacity to constructively influence others around us in a Stoic manner. According to philosophy, in order to be really important to others, we must first develop qualities within ourselves, builds a foundation of genuineness and integrity that allows us to survive meaningfully and create profound connections, important connections with people here. We arrive at this video's pivotal moment. Avoid focusing your life on other people. In today's world, we often fall into the trap of elevating other people. We shouldn't lose our own direction. Don't let others be the focal point of your existence. Be accessible at all times, respect your time, and focus. You'll see how it makes nobody values you more than you do, may hurt you without your permission, so don't let other people define or govern you. This stirring quotation serves as a reminder that in the end, we are responsible for protecting our inner tranquility and psychological health in a society in which critical viewpoints and criticism of other people may be widespread. It's critical to realize that we possess the ability to decide how they impact. Stoicism instructs us to develop the definition of the virtue of selective indifference. We have to learn to recognize what is worthy. Our focus is the ruler of our thoughts, and feelings is an appeal to self-analysis and genuineness, the genuineness of being who we are without worrying about outside judgment. Once we absorb this Stoic concept, we take control of our own lives. Destiny, our sense of ourselves and self-respect develops, leading to increasing your significance and worth to others. Therefore, while dealing with obstacles and critiques in our daily life, let's not forget this potent reality from Marcus. Nobody can hurt you, Aurelius, without your permission. Cease starting dialogue in a society where continuous. It may appear that communication is the norm, difficult, but its origins are in Stoics, such as Epicurus reminded us of Stoic wisdom, us of the value of paying closer attention, more than just talking, letting people start a discussion to gain knowledge. More about both yourself and others. While you're always willing to speak, you may show up nervous and sometimes egocentric. It often drives individuals to lose tolerance and readiness to allow others to take the lead. Talks are in line with construction, actual high-value partnerships, that this strategy concentrated on putting Stoic ideals into practice on a daily basis is an effective instrument for personal development and enhancing sincere and significant relationships via the use of concepts like instilling a fear of losing, demonstrating tolerance, and moderating availability, while preserving a specific mystery, being accessible investments made by others with a higher priority. Taking care of oneself and developing independence and the capacity to allow others to take the lead interactions that you are setting up you for a more harmonious and genuine life. It's crucial to emphasize that The essence of Stoicism transcends its influence on external relationships, that it fosters a significant shift in our connection to oneself By adhering to these guidelines, you may find calm in the midst of turmoil and create more, making deliberate choices and overcoming obstacles. With strong mental faculties, these abilities are necessary for a complete, satisfying, and a fulfilling existence. If you're trying to expand your understanding and proficiency in Stoicism, a book on it may be. This reading is a useful tool that may you further details on how to develop these Stoic qualities in your daily living that advances you cultivate your resilience, knowledge, and balance. Congrats on your commitment to developing personally and looking for information that enhances, rather than not only your life, but the lives of folks in your immediate vicinity. Your interest and attempt to acquire and use the lessons are admirable. And of course, if you like this material, please leave a comment is a fantastic way to express your thoughts and encounters. If you're unclear about what to suggest, that you may begin by thinking about how these Stoic ideas struck a chord with you and the way you intend to use them. In your own journey, your comments, does Val have worth and the ability to motivate others? Throughout their individual travels of self-improvement feedback, I acknowledge the task, so I'm aware that you've succeeded in the conclusion. If you haven't signed up for What Are You Waiting For the channel, join us and subscribe today. Thank you for your focus. Till the next time.